Hi, I'm Segun Awolowo. Today we're going to look at something very important. Business owner, budding CEO, if you're planning to start a business, this is going to help you. How to stay organized as an entrepreneur. This is very important. A whole lot of times we are passionate, we are zealous, we want to achieve 20 things in one day as a result of the feelings that we'll have. It's okay as an entrepreneur. It's okay, especially with those who have a kind of temperament, those who are the sanguine type. You are outgoing. It's important to note that business is not something you can approach with a mindset of disorganization. You cannot run business if you are not ready to work with the principles that guide business success. And one of those principles is to be organized, is to be able to put yourself in order. That is a level you have to get to in business, that you must be able to set systems and put structures in place. Systems have to do with how you do things, who does what, and all of those things. And when you talk about structures, it's to be able to run what we call organogram. Who is the first person? Who is the next person? Who is the next person to the next person? Who carries out this responsibility? Who is the person to do this task? Who occupies this position? What is the job description of this person? And then what is expected of this person? And all of these things are what you have to do in setting up the structures for the office. So it's not a situation where people just live their lives and do what they like. Nobody recognizes who is the manager here. Everybody is just living their lives. That's not how to do business. You must be able to set up a structure in such a way that you have layers of people with layers of responsibilities, and then everybody recognizes who is the superior to the superior, who is the next person to the superior, and all of these things are very important. And when you come to putting up a system, it's a way where whosoever is coming into the organization knows what is expected. You cannot walk in and just expect to do things anyhow. We'll talk about building systems around your finance, for example. Who takes what? Who collects money? Who spends money? And who is responsible for how money is spent? Who is capturing the record? All of these things are what you have to think about. Putting up a system in your business is critical for business growth. If you want to see your business grow to 10 years, 20 years, it is important for you to understand how to set up all of these and then adhere to them, not just to set them up, and to work with them. Putting up systems and structures in business is something that you must do. Now, this is what happens. You may not be able to do it by yourself, but you can bring in people, consultants, experts who will help you to put one or two things together, and they set up a structure and put a system for you, and then you are good to go. And that's what happens even if you are not there. The systems will be able to drive itself, and that's the way it works. Even if you are not there, you have to understand that you do business to a point that you don't have to be there 24/7 and 7 days a week. You need to be able to put up a systems that even if you are not there for a week, your business can still run effectively, and then you can monitor what is happening and get results from the business. That's why it is important for you to put up a proper structure structure in business for you to succeed in doing what you're doing. It is not just enough for you to set up an office. No, you have a fantastic office. That's not enough. It's important for you to put right structures and then organize the way things are done. All the things you have to do. If you do a supply, for example, who gets the equipment, or who gets the supply, who gets the goods, and then who receive the goods, and then who dispatch the goods, who does the delivery, then how do you capture the feedback, and then who receive the money. You have to set up all of this to get the best out of your business. I know some of us you are a sole proprietor. You are the chairman and the CEO. You are the driver. You are the delivery person. You are the cleaner. You are doing everything, the alpha and the omega of the business. But you need to understand that if you don't want to scale that business and grow that business, you must get to the point where you put proper system in place. Be organized. You don't do things anyhow. You don't have a definite time for reception. You don't need a definite time for or arrangement for how things are delivered. You don't have a proper arrangement for who delivers what. I know it's not something that you care about, but if you want to really grow that business, which is what I am concerned about. You've been doing business for the past 10 years now, and it's still you as a person. It's not a good way to go. If you have done business for 10 years and you are still standing as a one-man riot, it is not a good place to be. That business cannot grow as it should be. I advise, if you have done 5 years, then you need to begin to develop capacity to be able to bring in people. And if you are going to bring in people to do this, it gives you opportunity to enjoy expansion. Expansion is possible, not with you as an individual, but getting people to come and do some of the things that you do, and then you'll be able to delegate and share more responsibilities. And in delegating and share responsibilities, you have to be able to put proper systems in place that people can work with. A whole lot of time you bring in people and then there is nothing that guides their operations and movement, and then everybody does what they like. They wake up when they like, they close when they like. There is no resumption time, there is no closing time. Everybody does not, just move around the way they feel and all of those things. It's not going to work for you. So as you grow, learn to bring people in. And in bringing people in, you must set up a system and be organized, and that the systems is the one that is driving everybody. The system is what is controlling everybody's movement. It is at that point that you know you are doing business. So my advice for you is to sit down, go back and ask yourself, how organized have I been? If you are not organized well, you need to set up activities around your business that will make people. Now let me tell you this, it will also give people a more sense of respect and honor for you when they know that you now have a proper system in place and you are now better organized as far as what you do is concerned. You must have someone who does what, who is doing this, who is doing that, and then everybody knows their responsibilities. Now, the question I'll ask you is this: when you employed someone, do you have a job description for them? You don't even know what they are called to do. You don't even know what they are expected to do, and all of these things are important. Even if you have told them what to do, you don't tell them what to do with mouth. There must be an exchange with a document that shows to them, this is what is expected of me, this is what I'm assigned to do, and I must perform based on this. This is very important. In putting structure around your business, being organized, you must know who is responsible for what. If this is to be done, who are we supposed to call for this? And that is very important. So in our system, we understand that if the environment is dirty, we don't take everybody, we don't hold everybody responsible. There is somebody who is responsible for that. If a particular thing is not in order, we know who to hold responsible. When it comes to the subject of finance, we don't talk to everybody. You don't expect everybody to be responsible for that. There's someone who should be held responsible for that. And then that's what being organized is all about. Everybody is taking money at any time. Everybody knows where you keep money, and everybody can go there and pick money to do what they like, and there is no record, proper record set in place. How much did we spend the last 1 week? You can't get that fact and figure. It's because you are not organized yet. To be organized means that if you need report on what has transpired in the last 1 week, in the last 2 weeks, in the last 1 month, you should be able to get a call back of fact and figures of what has happened as far as exchange of resources or monetary exchange is concerned. That's what being organized is all about. And let me quickly say this. When I get into your space, how structured are you? I'm not talking about the organogram now. I'm talking about your space, physical space. How organized is it? You see this here and you see that there. You can build a great business with that. Everybody needs to know where everything is. So if you are looking for this particular item, everybody knows where the item is, and because that's the position for that item. If you are looking for this item, everybody knows where that item is, and then we can go there and pick that item. If you are into sales and you are selling product, you must learn to put everything in their appropriate places. You don't get things to be scattered here and there. You have to sweat it. Now, let me say this. If you have to sweat at all times before you get something out of your space, it is a sign that you are disorganized. Now I'm going to say that again. If you have to sweat every time before you identify or you locate certain things in your space, no matter how big the space may be, it is a sign that you are disorganized. And so I'll say this: the volume of your dealings will determine the kind of people that you engage. If you are dealing with certain volumes when it comes to products, then it's a sign that you need somebody to take responsibility for keeping records. You need a storekeeper. That's what it means. Who will be able to put things in the appropriate places, and anytime you are in need of a particular item, there is a place to go to get those things out. That's what makes business to gain relevance at all times. So, advise you, put your house in order, set a structure in place, put system in place. It will help you to achieve relevance and significance in business. I hope this has helped you today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, Segun Awolowo on YouTube, you need to do it now. Several important materials that will help you and then do you well in doing business. I'll see you at another time. God bless you. I'm Segun Awolowo.